Hi, and welcome to Forgiveness in 5. I'm Susan Bolinger. Today we're going to talk a few more minutes about soul ties, and in particular, the third way in which soul ties are formed, and that is through sexual relations. In the Bible, it's Mark chapter 10, verses 7 and 8. It reads, "For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one." Then it goes on to the very next verse, and it says, "What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder." You know, those are in our marriage vows. And the Lord meant for the two to become one flesh after you're married. If you are one that has kept yourself, I commend you. And God will honor you for that. But if you have not, and you have led a promiscuous life, or you just found yourself in a situation and that's just what you ended up doing, I want to show you the consequences of those actions. And then I want to show you what you can do to reverse that action. You know, when we are in sin, because having sex outside of marriage is wrong. I don't care how you cut it, it's wrong. If it's before marriage, if it's during an engagement, if it's any other time until after marriage, it's wrong. Flat out, plain and simple. That's exactly what the Word of God tells us. Because when we are joined with someone who is not our spouse, the Word of God says in 1 Corinthians 6 and 16, it says, "What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh." So the Lord is telling us again that when we are with someone intimately, sexually, a soul tie is formed every time you have sexual relations. And every time that happens, you are transferring spirits, and part of you goes into them, and part of them comes into you. And that's when your soul becomes very fragmented. There are many negative effects of a bad soul tie. And in Genesis chapter 34, verses 2 and 3, we're talking about Dinah, who is the daughter of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons and one daughter. And it says, "And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and laid with her and defiled her." That means he raped her. "And his soul cleaved unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spoke kindly unto the damsel." It's because he got found out. She went home and she told her family what had happened. And there was a lot of destruction that came as a result. There was a consequence to the actions of this man. You need to remember that your feelings are your problem and no one else's. You will get into trouble every time if you give your feelings to someone else to try and fix you. Only the Lord can heal your heart your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. And that's why you must give them all to God. When you own your feelings, no one else can drive you crazy. And that's when I say no one can manipulate you in any way. Manipulation is never good in any situation. You know, I know that divorce happens today, but soul ties are very, very strong. And let's say you've been divorced 20 years. Your ex-husband or ex-wife lives on the other side of the country, and you may have children with them, but you're not married to them anymore. But every time you turn around, there's something that reminds you of that person, that brings back a memory of that person. And the enemy tries to do this actually to trip us up, to kind of keep us living in the past. But I'm telling you, it's because of a bad soul tie. And you need to break that soul tie. And you can do that. I've got prayers in this book. This book is called Bloom, A Process to Achieve Complete Forgiveness. And I talk about soul ties in the 2nd chapter. And the Lord gave me prayers that you can pray to break every single soul tie so that it does not bring any more consequences to your life. He wants to let you live in total and complete freedom. So I hope you'll go to my website. It's bloomladiesministry.com and check it out. Go to the bookstore and place your order today so that you can have true and complete freedom. Freedom is achieved when forgiveness is given. We'll talk more on this subject in the coming episodes. But for now, I pray blessings over you and your family. And I'll see you next time on Forgiveness in 5.